Taking a direct aim at Pakistan in nurturing terrorism, the External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj made a call for isolating Pakistan if it does not join a global strategy against the forces threatening the world. While warning the world about terrorism, Sushma Swaraj said that we don't know who this Frankenstein monster will target next. She told the UN General Assembly to defeat terrorism and that there is no other way. While speaking specifically of the relations with Pakistan, she also said that Bahadur Ali is a terrorist in India's custody, whose confession is a living proof of Pakistan's complicity. Sushma Swaraj also said that India had offered the hand of friendship multiple times and has even listed a number of initiatives that has been done with Pakistan without laying any preconditions. And these ranged from major initiatives like the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's impromptu visit to Lahore. The minister also hit out against what she termed as Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's baseless allegations about human rights violations in India. The minister unequivocally stated that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India and will always remain so. She even appealed to the Assembly to act on the Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism that India had proposed in 1996 but is still languishing. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, meanwhile, congratulated the External Affairs Minister for her address at the United Nations General Assembly, terming it to be as firm and effective. Pakistan Foreign Office says that the External Affairs Minister had disowned the United Nations Security Council resolution by calling Kashmir an integral part of India in her speech at the UNGA. Meanwhile, Congress expressed deep disappointment over Sushma Swaraj's address in the United Nations, insisting that the Modi government has quote-unquote failed once again by its meek response. Several political leaders have reacted to the speech made by Sushma Swaraj. Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut said that nothing will happen by giving speeches at the United Nations. He even took a dig at the Prime Minister, saying that Nawaz Sharif's chest would be 56 inches after hearing the minister's speech. But the Congress leader Shashi Tharoor said that it was a well-written speech, and Sushma also won praise from the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal. Weighing its options to hit back at Pakistan for sponsoring terror, India has decided to revisit the Indus Water Treaty, as Prime Minister bluntly said that blood and water cannot flow together. Using water as a key weapon, the government has now decided that there would be no meeting of the Permanent Indus Commission set up to overlook implementation of the treaty till terror is in the air. India would also be taking a final call on the unilateral part of suspension of the Tulbul water navigation project in Jammu and Kashmir, depending on what Pakistan does next. The top meeting decided to look at the full utilization of the waters of the river Indus, Chenab and Jhelum, the three western rivers of the Indus water system that flows through Jammu and Kashmir to Pakistan. After the Indus Water Treaty review, government is now mulling a mega economic counter with Pakistan's most favoured nation tag now under the scanner. India and China held a key counter-terror dialogue in Beijing. China has agreed to step up cooperation amid rising concerns on Pakistan's source terror in the wake of the recent attack in Uri. Home Minister Rajnath Singh has even held a crucial border security review meet, pulling up the border security chief and asking for concrete measures to be taken to stop infiltration. M&S workers, meanwhile, gathered in huge numbers outside Director Karan Johar's office in Mumbai and have now been detained by the police. The workers are protesting against his upcoming film, Ae Dil Hai Mushkil, that stars Pakistani actor Fawad Khan. A delegation of Muslim clerics called on the Home Minister to discuss the situation in strife-torn Kashmir. Heads of eminent shrines led by the Chief of Ajmer Sharif met the Home Minister in Delhi. 5 CRPF Jawans were injured in a grenade attack in Anantnag district in Kashmir. The injured soldiers have been now rushed to the hospital. A Rajya Sabha member of Parliament has been accused of rape. A case, in fact, has been filed at the Tilak Marg police station of the capital. The accused is a Congress leader named Shadilal Batra. There was a double tragedy in Delhi with the bureaucrat B.K. Bansal, who was accused of graft committing suicide along with his son. This after his wife and daughter ended their lives just a few months back. The capital has witnessed over 1,000 cases of chikungunya and 300 cases of the deadly dengue disease. The Supreme Court has now sought a response from the government and the MCD, following the complaint of A 29-year-old woman, Noida police have filed a rape case against the former union minister and the present National General Secretary of the ruling Samajwadi Party, Ashok Pradhan. Two 12th standard students at a government school in Sultanpuri stabbed their teacher after they got into a scuffle with their teacher. The teacher died before he could get any medical assistance. Street vendors in the capital held a massive demonstration at Jantar Mantar. The vendors demanded the implementations of the Street Vendors Act, which was passed by the UPA government. One of the two brothers injured in the hit and run succumbed to his injuries, and investigations have now led the police to the doorstep of the company's office. Several protesters were detained after they clashed with the police at a rally organized for the Maratha community in Buldana. In fact, a series of Maratha community rallies have been creating tensions in the state. Despite receiving multiple notice from the Mumbai police, MNS and Shiv Sena continue to threaten filmmaker Karan Johar. The MNS Vice President Shalini Thackeray has said that the director must start living in Pakistan. After receiving heavy rainfall, Maharashtra's Beed district has now been facing a flood-like situation. The NDRF teams have already been alerted after dams across the district crossed the danger level mark. The 2008 Malegaon blast case accused Lieutenant Colonel Shrikant Purohit's bail has now been rejected by the special NIA court. Purohit is allegedly involved in orchestrating the blast that had killed 7 people and injured more than 100. Women Congress workers organized a unique protest involving bangles outside the BJP's office. The protest was meant to hit out at the centre for not taking any stern action on the attackers involved in the Pathankot and Uri terror attack. The Met Department says Hyderabad has received its highest rainfall in the last 100 years. The city has received 425.2 millimeters of rainfall against its monthly average of 132.99 mm of rainfall. The death toll in the rain-related incidents has gone up to 8 in Telangana's Medak district, with a factory worker allegedly getting drowned in flood water. 2 Chetak Indian Air Force helicopters carried out rescue operations at the flood-hit villages in Medak district. The operation lasted for more than an hour. 9 flood rescue teams of the NDRF comprising 309 rescuers equipped with 32 inflatable rubber boats and latest communication equipment have been pre-positioned at various rain-affected areas of Andhra Pradesh. The embankment just near Midmaner Dam has breached as a result of heavy rainfall. NDRF teams have already reached Karimnagar to arrest any further damage to the dam. A double murder has sent shockwaves across the IT capital, with a 60-year-old man and his daughter-in-law were found murdered in cold blood by the woman's teenage daughter. Close on the heels of being given a clean chit by the CID in a case related to the suicide of a senior police officer, former Karnataka Minister KG George was once again inducted into Siddaramaia's cabinet. The Karnataka government, led by the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, has told the Supreme Court that any additional water can be released only in the month of December because the state's major cities are on the verge of running out of basic drinking water. Earlier, the government also moved the Supreme Court seeking modification of the September 20th order, asking it to release 6,000 cusecs of water from Khabare per day to the state of Tamil Nadu. After a brief spell of rain last week, the areas where encroachment drives were being taken up earlier to clear drains now resemble a cesspool. The BBMP demolished encroachments, but most of them are filled with rubble. 14 people, including 9 women, were killed and several others were injured when a van and a lorry collided near Ariyalur. The death toll is likely to go up as the condition of over 20 people is said to be critical. Commuters complained that poor visibility on the busy road and lack of speed control by drivers of heavy motor vehicles was the reason for this tragedy. The Chief Minister has announced a compensation of 1 lakh rupees to the family of those who lost their lives. DMK President Karunanidhi has condemned the murder of a Hindu Munai functionary in Coimbatore last week, urging police to ensure that the perpetrators were brought to justice. The Union Minister Pon Radhakrishnan met with the family of Shashi Kumar, who was murdered in Coimbatore last week. He stated that the Hindu outfit leaders are under attack and the police could have prevented his murder. Students of IIT Madras were extremely excited to see a small robot swim in their campus swimming pool, collecting data of the water surrounding it. The second section of the assembly began on a rather stormy note. The opposition targeted the government on the increase in crime in the state. Official figures say 334 murders have been reported in the state last year against 367 in 2014. Chief Minister P. Vijayan says his government will not compromise on issues of crimes, especially political murders, and assured strong action to check such incidents. Kerala Congress President V.M. Sudhiran has condemned the attack on party Vice President Rahul Gandhi in Uttar Pradesh. He said that such attacks cannot damage the movement that is being led by Rahul Gandhi. Meanwhile, BJP has announced Kerala unit of the National Democratic Alliance. The BJP state president K. Rajasekharan will now be the chairman of the alliance in Kerala. Stray dog sterilization to begin in Thiruvananthapuram in October. The animal birth control program will be implemented in 11 blocks in the district. Farmers in North 24 Parganas are now demanding that their land should be given back to them, which was acquired for the development of the township area. More than 500 students from various schools and colleges in Hooghly paid homage to the soldiers martyred in the recent militant attack in Uri. Tension spread among the Dhanbad-Patna intercity express commuters after smoke was detected from the wheels of the train near Asansol. 3 people were injured in a turf war in Howrah after the clash broke out between the youths of 2 localities over eve teasing. A woman was caught on camera stealing gold ornaments of the idol from a temple in Howrah. The police, with the help of CCTV images, traced and have arrested the woman. Hillary Clinton slammed Donald Trump's anti-women and anti-immigrant stance at the US presidential debate before saying that he'd taken businesses to bankruptcy 6 times and that he himself called himself the king of debt. The United States calls Russia's action in Syria barbarism, not counter-terrorism, while Moscow's United Nations envoy says ending the war is almost an impossible task now. The French President Francois Hollande says that France will completely shut down the jungle camp by year-end, but the local officials said that they fear migrants could return within months. Meanwhile, the German Chancellor Angela Merkel says that the European Union needed to establish migrant deals with Egypt and Tunisia along the lines of the agreement it already has with Turkey. Several people in the vicinity of a Houston strip mall were injured by a shooter who fired upon vehicles, and the suspect was shot by police officers. At least 7 people were injured in the incident. Almost 200 protesters gathered in front of the Prime Minister in Amman, speaking out against violence and extremism. Chinese Premier Minister Li Hingwa met with the former Cuban leader during an official visit in Havana, where the 2 governments signed 30 agreements in economic cooperation in various sectors. The former Islamist rebel Ahmad al-Faqi al-Mahdi faces a judgment from the International Criminal Court today. This after he admitted to damaging monuments in the ancient city of Timbuktu. Russia is completing construction of a large military base in its southern Rostov region, just close to the border with Ukraine, which will be housing a motorized rifle division. Hundreds rallied in Charlotte against the fatal police shooting of a black man that spurred days of violent protests in the city. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge touched down in Vancouver in a seaplane as part of their official royal visit to Canada. Kate, in fact, was seen wearing a dress by design house Alexander McQueen in Canadian colours of red and white. The Swiss duo won their second successive long-distance balloon championship after a 58-hour journey that saw them travel 1,803.4 kilometres from Gladbeck in Germany to Greece. A 17-year-old has been attacked by a shark as he surfed with his friends at Lighthouse Beach on the New South Wales north coast. Fishermen tied up their boats at a harbour in northeastern Taiwan. This as the typhoon Megi is expected a landfall on the island. Residents in and around the central western New South Wales town of Forbes remain unable to access their properties as floodwaters continue to enter. The implementation of the reforms in the BCCI and will be submitting its status report to the Supreme Court. The report is likely to be submitted on Tuesday. Indian captain Virat Kohli has offered his condolences to the families of the victims of the Uri terrorist attack and said that such cowardly acts are disturbing and hurts every citizen of the country. Britain's first Tour de France winner cyclist Bradley Wiggins has defended his use of banned substances under medical exemption rules, saying that he was not looking for an unfair advantage. A French court sentenced PSG defender Sergi to 2 months in jail over a run-in with the police as he left a nightclub in May. Manchester City are sweating over the fitness of their star forward Kevin De Bruyne. In fact, the Belgian international suffered a hamstring injury while playing against Swansea over the weekend, and City now fear that he might be sidelined for the month. Bayern Munich forward Vidal has said that the German team is eyeing revenge against Spanish side Atletico Madrid in the Champions League match on Thursday. 4 times major winner Rory McIlroy paid his tribute to golfing great Arun Palmer, who died of heart complications on Sunday at the age of 87. Bollywood star Akshay Kumar, who has played a soldier and a police officer quite often on screen, has now lauded a Mumbai police constable for saving a woman's life with his swift action. Jaga Jasoos is one film which has always been surrounded by controversy, whether it's because of delayed shoots or the Ranbir-Katrina Kaif breakup. But it looks like Ranbir Kapoor and Anurag Basu are once again back in action. Actress turned director Aarti has said that she wants to assist filmmaker Farah Khan, who is known for making commercial films. After recreating popular ghazal Koi Faryad for Tum Din 2, Anubhav Sinha and Bhushan Kumar have decided to once again come together and pay a musical tribute to the late Jagjit Singh on his 5th death anniversary. Alankrita Srivastav's directorial Lipstick Under My Burqa, produced by Prakash Jha, will now get its world premiere at the 29th edition of the Tokyo International Film Festival. Actress Angelina Jolie has reportedly chosen to ignore any contact from Brad Pitt after she filed for divorce from the actor last week. Actor Denzel Washington is all set to star in The Equalizer 2, the first sequel of his career. The 61-year-old actor is to reprise his role as Robert McCall in a follow-up to the 2014 thriller. Actor Ben McKenzie has asked fans of Gotham to brace themselves for a whole new crop of villains, including Mad Hatter, the forthcoming Season 3 of the American TV show. Supermodel Kendall Jenner and the reality TV star Kylie Jenner have bought themselves 2 new Ferrari Spiders. In fact, the Jenner sisters bought these cars on Saturday and showed them off on Snapchat. The Colombian-American actress Sofia has spent quite a lot of money on speech lessons when she started out in the film industry. In fact, the Modern Family actress says that she wasted tons of money trying to change her accent. Tech giant Samsung says it was delaying the start of the new Galaxy Note 7 smartphone sales in South Korea, a move the firm says is needed for the speedy completion of the ongoing recall in South Korea. Motorola's latest flagship will now be coming to India on the 4th of October. The company has also announced that the modes for the device will be launched along with the smartphone. Google's October 4th event is going to be about a lot more than just Pixel smartphones. The company may unveil its long-rumored Android Chrome hybrid OS on the day. Facebook has apologized for disabling accounts of several Palestinian journalists and activists, saying the pages were removed in an error and has now been restored as soon as they were able to investigate the matter. India successfully put into orbit its own weather satellite SkySat-1 in a copybook style. In the second phase of its mission, the rocket will launch 7 other satellites, 5 foreign and 2 Indian.